for Suited Up every Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And today is no different than any Suited Up kind of day, because it's the kind of day where we do the Suited Up, where we put on the tie. We invite spectacular guests from on and off of the platform, whether it's a YouTuber, an influencer, an Instagrammer, musical artist. My mom has been on here once. That was pretty cool, right? Yeah. All right, so you never know. You never know what you're going to get. This week on Suited Up, we have three very special guests. Our first guest this evening may inspire you. He may inspire you so much that he has it in his name as a reminder. You may be taken back thinking, what am I feeling right now? And it could be inspired, because he is so inspiring. Inspiring Leader is our first guest this evening. Our second guest tonight is none other than an up-and-comer. She's been dominating the trending board. She gets crazy views, and today we're going to learn a little bit more about her and her adventures. I'm talking about Bailey. And then our third guest tonight comes from off of the platform, from our sister app. He happens to be one of my favorite people, and he is very, very interesting. He has so many things going on, they had to send me a list ahead of time just so he could keep me organized. And I said, thank you so much for that. He goes by Navi. He's Navi Promo. You do not want to miss that conversation with him. If this is your first time here, welcome everyone to Suited Up. My name is Chris Casper, and this is a show we do every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And like I just mentioned, we bring on spectacular guests, like you just heard. So if you have any interest in being on this show, or you would like to learn more about the creators and influencers who come on here, please go ahead and hit that follow button on the Instagram up there. There's also some other social medias like TikTok and YouTube if you have any interest in following those. I was going to see how long I could hold out before I coughed. Let's take a drink from this non-merch plug. That's not a merch plug. Why? Because I don't have merch. But if it was a merch plug, it'd be very inconspicuous. Very, very inconspicuous. Nothing like some quality H2O to spend some time, what's the word that I'm looking for? Stalling. That's the word. Stalling. So Inspiring Leader, if you'd like to request a box so I know that you're in attendance. Everyone, one more time, if you missed it, welcome to Suited Up. This is a show that we do every Wednesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I go back to high school and I figure out how to tie a tie again by going to the YouTube. How many of you can relate to that? Did you have that moment back in high school? Gentle guys out there learning how to tie a tie? My dad and my grandpa actually did all of mine. Before we get into our first guest, Inspiring Leader, I have a confession for everyone. You can kind of rate how well I'm doing in life in certain ways. And let me tell you how it's going. These are fast food coupons. You may notice that there happens to be some spaces missing. That's how we're doing lately, everyone. So just to give you the update, this is the current life situation. We have some spots missing from this week alone. Someone please help me. Ladies and gentlemen, our first guest this evening, he goes by many names on here. He goes by Biz Coach. I know him as Inspiring Leader. Everyone, please welcome our first guest this evening, the one, the only, Gabriel. How's it going?
Hi. How are you, Chris?
There we go. I'm doing super.
It's great to be here.
I'm doing super well. I'm really excited. That was all a joke about the fast food. I just had to get it out there. I had to let people know what was going on.
Well, that's all right. You know what about the fast food? I have been eating a little bit more funny lately because I did a 100-mile race at the weekend. So, yeah, because I do a bit of running. Is one of the things that I do. So I run long distances. So they give you a buckle if you get through the race. It was from London to Oxford. So when you say you've been eating fast food, don't feel guilty. I ate fast food as well this week.
You ran 100 miles. What are you talking? Yeah. It's like that's called balance, and it sounds like you balance. All right, let's sprint into this conversation. You're not only a runner, you're an endurance runner. I'll take it.
Yeah. So they call an endurance runner. It's called an ultra marathon when you do races within a marathon. Yeah.
Okay.
Marathons are 26 miles, and so 100-mile races are called ultramarathons.
You're spitting off the customary system as if you're acquainted with the customary system, but you're in the UK. Are you?
I am in the UK. So I am originally from Texas. I went to university up in Massachusetts, started my career out in Boston, and then I came to London with work, and I loved it, so I stayed. So I've been here almost 20 years in London.
Wow, 20 years in London. What was the biggest shock transferring from the States to across the sea?
If I'm honest, Chris, the biggest shock was going from Texas to Massachusetts.
Really? Okay, all right, let us know. Let us know.
Shock, you know, I was like a foreigner when I went to Massachusetts from Texas, right? Fried chicken, Western boots, you know, all these sorts of things was really foreign to my friends up at university, at college.
Yeah.
So when I came to the UK, I was kind of affiliated with the Boston versus London. They had a lot of similarities to them. Of course, the money was different. The accents were different. And you learned that some of the things that we say in the United States are actually curse words here, including counting to 2. So in the United States, if you count, I grew up and we start with our index finger for number 1, and then we'd go to our middle finger for number 2.
Yeah.
But if you do that in the UK, that's actually the same as sticking up your middle finger if you put your first 2 fingers up.
Well, luckily, I can't count. So I think, at least myself, I'm safe. But for you, it sounds like you're a smart guy. You went across and you were out here trying to give directions and add up your change. And you're out here swearing at people, apparently?
Yeah, apparently. I was actually in a work meeting when I discovered this was not a thing to do with some senior executives. I used to work in consulting when I graduated university. I did 10 years as a business consultant. And so I was in a meeting with these executives, and I was saying, oh, the first thing we're going to do is, and then the second thing we're going to do is, and then one of the cheeky people in the room said, you mean the second thing you're going to do is, and I didn't understand why he was having a go at me, but it turned out I was flicking everyone off, including the senior partners.
Wow.
So there are some cultural differences.
I bet you left a memorable impression, and that can be chalked up as a win, right? It's all about your spin. It's all about your spin. What type of consulting work do you do? Because that can be many facets. How did you fit into that type of space?
Yeah, so I used to do business consulting, and then after 10 years doing that for a large consultancy, I started my own business because I wanted to do something more people related. So I went into business and career coaching and helping people make a social impact or make a real difference with their work. Because if you work in big companies, a lot of times people don't feel like they're making a difference with their job. They're just going to work and working for the big man, if you will, making some money. But they don't get that experience that what they're doing is making any difference in their community or making a difference in their lives. And so the work that I do is helping people use the work that they do to make a positive impact in the world. So that's what we help people do through coaching programs and training programs. And we run programs at the university here in Nottingham. And we'll be launching our program to the general public in the autumn as well. It's called the Social Impact Game. And it's about making a social impact through projects in your community or in your work. So that's what we do.
Interesting. I feel like I made a terrible mistake making him big. They're like, wait, I have to get ready. If we're going to go to medium size, Chris, we've got to get ready. I don't know. I didn't know. I did not know. He had to spruce up his box. He's got to get the frames. I get it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Suit Up. My name's Chris. Our friend Gabriel, aka Inspiring Leader, will be back in just a moment. But while you're waiting, contemplate and think about our conversations that are coming up afterwards as well. We have Bailey who's going to talk about some of the exciting things that have been happening in her life, as well as me learning to turn my lights back on. And third, we've got Navi Promo from our sister app, Tagged. So make sure that you don't go anywhere because we've got Gabriel coming back. Gabriel, if you'd like to go ahead and re-request that box, thank you. Let's see if the...
Oh my gosh, I was talking along and didn't even realize I disappeared. I'm sorry about that.
Did you just hear me talking right over you? You're like, wow, Chris, this is kind of rude.
Where did I leave off with you guys?
You have a university, you're doing a partnership with a university.
Yeah, we did a university program called the Social Impact Game, and it's about people making a social impact through projects. and with their work or in the community. And so we're launching that program internationally for anyone who's a working professional. So that's what I was explaining to you guys.
That's really exciting. Has this been part of? I'm going to just assume as a business coach and someone who motivates people that you keep a goal list or a checklist of things that you'd like to achieve. Has this been on the checklist?
Yeah, actually, one of the things that it's always mattered to me is that people get the experience of making a difference with their lives and with their work. One of the most frustrating things I hear people say is that I hate my job or I'm bored at work or any of that kind of thing. And I don't like hearing that, considering we spend so much time at work. Mm-hmm. So for me, it matters a lot. And so this is a big dream come true that we're taking this program internationally. Well, it is international, but taking the program globally to help people make a difference with the work that they do. Yeah.
Wow, that's fantastic. Congratulations on having the success. If people want to get involved in this, who would be the type of person that'd be a great candidate to be a part of this program?
So the people we work with are anyone who's in a professional job or a job where you want to make a difference with your work. We work with people in every industry and just about every kind of job, because it's not just about you making a difference in your workplace, but maybe also in your community, in your church, whatever it is. We can help people do projects that actually make a real difference, as opposed to just doing painting a fence or something somewhere, or donating money somewhere. That's good things to do, but sometimes people want to do something more fulfilling and use their skills in useful ways.
Sure. Did I mute myself again? I am learning how to do all of this at once again, apparently. And I'm also learning how to keep Gabriel in the box or not in the box. I'm learning a lot of skills right now. It's incredible. As a streamer, these things happen in real time, and you just learn. And that's why Gabriel's here, because he's here to teach people how to do great things. Gabriel, go ahead and request that box. There he is. How you doing there?
There we go. We have a finicky box today.
No, are you? So let me ask you this: are you using web?
I am. I'm using the web version from the Google Chrome browser.
Google Chrome extension. You're too advanced. It's all this advanced technology
well, it's the only way I'm a bit of a songwriter. I write my own music and I sing and play, which is why we have this setup, because this is usually how I stream. Yeah. But the only way I can get two cameras going is to use the computer, so people can see the keyboard and see my face at the same time, which was something that when I first started here, people says, "Oh, we wanted to see you play. Oh, we want to see your face." So this is the only way I could get them to do both.
I actually encourage what you're doing right now. I happen to be a fan of OBS and what you're doing. So thank you for doing that. Let's learn some more about that. You're a songwriter and a performer. How would you classify yourself as a performer?
So I guess the kind of music that I do is sort of ballads. And every song that I write is designed to give a message and inspire people to see something or to feel something or to do something. So every song that I've ever written has been dedicated to someone. But thanks to Meet Me and being on here with you guys, I joined because it was lockdown in London and we couldn't even leave our houses except for to go for a run. So it was kind of a lonely time, and I'm a high extrovert. So I joined Meet Me with the intention of just connecting with people. And then at the same time, I started reconnecting with my music, which I kind of put aside because I have a busy life with my business. Okay. So, and the running. And so I got connected to the music again, thanks to Meet Me. And so people here have been encouraging me. And so I even started learning covers since I started doing Meet Me. So it's been a really rewarding experience. Wow. Coming back and reconnecting with my music.
Were you trained as a pianist, or what was the first instrument that you picked up?
No, so the piano was kind of my first instrument. Before that, there was the guitar. And the short story is that I played, my first songs that I ever wrote were on the guitar, and I played it for a family gathering. I'm from a very big family. My grandmother was one of 12. And so we had a very big family, and I'd sing at the family gatherings my original music. My uncle wanted to borrow my guitar, but he turned out that he stole it and hawked it. So I started playing his out-of-tune piano in my grandmother's place, and started writing songs doing that. And so since I was 12, I've been writing songs on the piano. I never really learned how to play the piano. It was just something I took on. And then just got more serious when I went to university. We produced a CD for charity of my original music. So this kind of really took off. But when I started working, I let my music go aside. And I've kind of reconnected with it through Meet Me. So that's one of the things I'm really grateful for this platform.
I feel like it's such a bold statement to say, you know, I never really learned how to play piano and have half of your screen as a piano. It's a bit of a bold statement.
Well, I can play you one of my songs if you like.
I would love that. In fact, I believe all of us here would love it. If you're just tuning in, by the way, this is Gabriel. He is a you're a business coach. You're a business coach slash motivational expert, musician, obviously. If you're tuning in, thank you. Before we have you play a song, you said that you write original music, and most of it had been for people.
Yes.
Out of all of those songs, I know it's probably difficult to pick one, but can you give us the story around one that might be sentimental or particularly important to you?
Sure. So, in fact, the song that I'm going to play for you, it's called "I Challenge You," and I wrote it at a time when I was in conflict with a good friend of mine. And you know, we all have conflicts. We all get into arguments with people we care about, and sometimes, especially right now, reconciling those relationships can be difficult. And so, I wrote the song as a way to reconcile that relationship. And repair the friendship that we have, and we're still friends to this day. And so I find music as a vehicle for communicating what you can't communicate in words. So yeah.
I wrote you this song. I feel like you have to at that point. If someone's like, I wrote you a whole song. Are we good? Yeah, I feel like, all right.
Well, Chris, it was the other way around. I had to forgive him.
You had to forgive. Wait. I misunderstood that. So in order to forgive someone, you wrote a song to almost go through a thought process?
That's right. Chris, give me 5 seconds. I got to plug in the laptop. 1 second.
You got it. Everyone, thank you for joining us. As we just mentioned, this is Gabriel. He is a musician. Don't go anywhere. Sound just decided to work today, so we're going to figure out why later. But for now, we're going to kick it old school before we could mute gifts, because that used to be a thing. All right? So that's how it goes. If this is your first time here, though, we have 2 other guests, including Bailey and Navi Promo. So make sure you stay tuned in. In the meantime, though, Gabriel, one more time, can you plug the name of your song?
Sure. This is called I Challenge You.
Sure.
And if you come to my streams, sometimes I'm giving advice, sometimes I'm playing music, and sometimes we're having a chat. Sometimes I'm taking you with me on a run. So, but I'm hoping that this song helps you connect with how you can forgive anybody that you're holding a grudge against in your life. I know we've had disagreements. We see life from different points of view. We blame our past for decisions of today. And like fools, we think somehow tomorrow things will change. And I challenge you to put yourself in my shoes. I challenge myself to place my feet in yours too. I challenge you, my friend, to open your eyes dare to believe that we are all one. It's easy to judge the world around us and place blame on someone else. It's easy to find fault in another. For some reason, somebody's always got to be wrong. I challenge you to put yourself in their shoes. I challenge myself to place my feet in theirs too. I challenge you, my friends, to open your eyes and dare to realize that we are all one. There is one thing I want you to understand before we part our separate ways. We are one team, one world, playing the very same game. Well, I challenge you to put yourself in my shoes. I challenge myself to place my feet in yours too. I challenge you, my friends, to open your eyes and dare to live life. Yes, like we are all.
It was too good. The box couldn't handle it. The box could not handle how good the music was. I felt like Elton John just kind of swooped in and was like, let me take over for a couple seconds here, Chris. If you're just now tuning in, that was a lovely voice of Gabriel. Please don't go anywhere because we have Bailey and Navi promo still on deck tonight, as well as the rest of our conversation with Gabriel, who's jumping right back into the box now for the one time, for the encore performance. Gabriel, take it away.
I challenge you, and I challenge myself. Lost my spot.
Any spot's a good one. Take it over.
I challenge us the world to open our eyes and dare to believe.
I believe that this box loves us, is what I believe. I believe that it is so ready to not ever do that again. I believe so strongly that it doesn't ever want to do that again, is what I believe. I'll challenge this box to not do that again.
Don't do it again, Buck. And I challenge us the world to open our eyes and dare to believe and dare to realize and dare to live life. Yes, like we are all one.
What a wonderful song, and that is not his exit. That's not his exit. I can tell you, sometimes Web Live, along with OBS, does not like the box. It's a known thing. So if you're wondering what's going on, it's that Web Live with OBS. That fast? It's like, ha, nah, no. I love that song, though. If you like that song in the comments, please put a 1 and make sure when we box him back up that you give him a favorite, because who knows? Who knows how much longer he'll be here?
We got some zeros and twos. That's cute.
The zeros are, they liked it so much that they had to prepare to write the 1. That's how much they like it.
You guys are great. Super hugs to all of my friends that are out there, by the way. I'm kind of known on the platform for super hugs. So if you see those kicking around, that's kind of my fault.
You made me do what you do. I like that. You do the laugh, I do the laugh. It's
Good, great. We love it.
great.
We love
do
it.
it together. It's fun.
Apparently, more Miserable's father has noticed him laughing differently because of my laugh. So that's too funny.
If you're making or helping other people to laugh more, that's a good thing, though. I would say anyway. Gabriel, why don't you go to Request the Box one last time? We'll wrap up our conversation because I think that the box has other plans for us tonight. So one more time, when Gabriel jumps in the box, everyone, he could be on a mission impossible. I don't know. It could be a mission impossible. So as fast as you can, hit that favorite button so that way you can check out more of his amazing content. So for the one time, hit the favorite right now. Cha-cha.
Chris, it's such a joy being here with you, my friend.
You know, I can say the same, and I would love for it to last longer, but we apparently do have some limited time now. Gabriel, I'm going to say thank you for the one time. I'm going to say thank you. So if you enjoyed Gabriel's performance, in the comments, Gabriel, please make some noise, make some comments so that everyone can favor you. There he is with the super hugs. So give him the favorite. This is show business. This is how we do things. If you are wondering what's the point of me wearing such a thin tie, I don't know what to tell you. It's what I had, and I've never worn this shirt, and I thought we're going to try and wear this shirt tonight. So welcome to Suit It Up. It's the show. This is what we're going to do. Our second guest tonight, her name is Bailey. She's an up-and-comer on the platform. She's been making waves, and the trending board has gained a monumental amount of favorites, and we're going to find out how she's done it. And don't go anywhere, because after Bailey, we have a third guest tonight. He goes by Navi Promo. And let me tell you, promo is an understatement because this guy lives and breathes show business. You may be familiar with some of the people that he works with. So if you like talent and you like artists, make sure that you stick around till the end for Navi Promo. Until then, everyone, our second guest of the evening, coming here to make waves, and she's not going to dip out of this box, Miss Bailey. How you doing, Bailey?
I'm doing good. How are you doing?
I'm doing super swell. I think this whole background that you've got is really setting the tone for the conversation. Yeah. What is this in the background? I see butterflies. I see a tapestry of some sort. Is that correct?
Yeah, I've got a tapestry, some lights, and some pillows. I just set this up today, actually.
Oh, so we get a sneak peek. This is the first ever impression of Bailey's background.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect. I love it. Okay. Are you into astrology? Is that a misconception? Am I trying to pull too much from you? You are into astrology.
I'm an astrologer, actually. So
you are an astrologer.
I'm not certified yet, but I'm working on getting certified. But yeah, I'm an astrologer. I've been an astrologer for a while, and I give astrological readings.
I think this is the place to talk a little bit about that because I found out that me being an Aquarius makes it that I'm toxic to some people and absolutely fantastic for other people, apparently. So, Bailey, what is astrology and what does it encompass?
What was that?
What is astrology and what does it encompass? I am unfamiliar with what astrology is.
Well, basically, it's like the study of the stars and like, I don't really know. It's based on, well, the readings that I give are based on your birthday. So like where all the stars and the planets were when you were born.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. What would someone do with this information? Why would they want to learn more about their astrological sign and see someone like you?
Well, basically, the type of reading that I give are like basic personality readings. So it's just like tells them more about themselves and like gives them advice on, you know, what they're learning in this lifetime and stuff.
Okay. So can I find out maybe if I'd be up for a promotion or learn about my love life or maybe if I'm going to adopt a dog sometime soon? Is that what I might learn from a reading?
It's not really like a future reading or like a psychic reading, like it's more just like a personality reading. And but yeah,
Okay.
but I don't know everything about it yet, so that's why I'm working on getting certified to learn more and give more in-depth readings.
What interests you enough that you wanted to pursue it as a profession or something more than just something casual? What is it about it that is interesting to you?
It kind of just came naturally to me. I don't really remember what interested me or how I got interested in it, but like I don't know. I just learned about it and yeah.
And here we are. And now
It's
you're
my
working.
favorite thing. It makes me really happy. It helps me understand people better and like just learn more about people.
Have
And yeah.
have you done a reading on someone and seen some clear warning signs of, oh, this is not someone I should be affiliating with? Has that ever happened?
No, not really. There's not really negative things, when it comes to a reading. It's never negative. It's just like it helps me understand. I mean, I guess like if it's someone who I was going to be like in a relationship with, I could kind of tell like how they're going to be, but it's never like I'm scared of that. But I kind of can tell like compatibility though. So like yeah.
Okay. I would never guess that before I started dating someone. I'd be like, hey, real quick, I need you to pull up. And do you use cards or how does this work?
I mean, I don't really ask that before I start dating someone. I mean, I kind of do. I like to have people's charts just to know, but like I don't really base it off of that, or like I'm not like discriminatory towards any sign or like scared of any sign.
I like that. That's a new one for me. I don't discriminate based on sign. I gotta tell you, like, I'm good. I'm an equal sign opportunist. That's perfect. I love it. I would love to meet the guy though that gets turned down because of his sign. Like, have you ever had a match online? You're like, hey, I can't. This isn't gonna work out. You're an Aquarius. Like,
No, I wouldn't reject someone because of their sign.
no. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. All right, so you're studying astrology, you're learning to do these things. Would you say that's taking up most of your time, or do you have any other hobbies that that are interesting or that people might like to learn more about?
It takes up some of my time, but I also have a YouTube channel that I'm working on. So Mia and Bailey, go subscribe, guys, if you haven't already. And we're also talking about some other projects that we might be doing together, which include like a clothing line and coming out with some food products too. Because we're like really into health and like, yeah, so.
Very cool. I have heard of edible clothing before. Have you heard of
Really?
edible clothing before?
I think I have, yeah.
Yeah.
Clothing
I
made
mean,
out
that's
of
where the
candy, yeah.
conversation will end for this time. But I have heard of edible clothing before. So if you have an interest in food and you do have an interest in clothing, there's a whole lot of opportunity there. When it comes to fashion, though, how does it seems like there's a very wide spectrum of things that you're interested in. How will fashion play into potentially where you see yourself career-wise, or is this more of a hobby?
It's more just like a hobby, like, basically I'm just focused on like being successful in any way that I can. Because like my main interest is astrology. So yeah, just like success. And
Interesting. Interesting. Well, these are a lot of hobbies and passions that you have. But if you had to pick a direction that you'd like to go, do you have a specific direction or aspiration that all of this is heading towards? Are you hoping to be a business owner or entrepreneur? Where is this all heading?
I mean, I don't really know exactly, but like I definitely I wouldn't mind being a business owner or like, but I don't know what exactly it would be. That is a
Maybe
really good question.
maybe our first guest can help you. He has a lot of experience, and his whole mission is to help people professionally. So
That's
maybe
so
he would be a person to
awesome.
connect with. Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Okay, so clothing, YouTube. So content creator across the board. What type of content can people look forward to on your YouTube channel?
Any type of content, video game reviews, mukbangs. I'm a big like food person, so yeah. food videos, video game videos, vlogs, stuff like that. Yes.
What types of video games do you like to play?
I like to play racing games, chill games. I like Minecraft. Like, I'm more of a chill game person, but I also like fast games. But like, honestly, I'm a pretty simple person when it comes to video games. I like Mario, Minecraft,
Sure.
stuff like that.
What would you say gets you really excited then? Out of like, because I catch a very relaxed vibe. You're like, I like to take things easy. I like, to do signs, learn about emotions. Like, I like clothing. But is there anything that, like, when you find out, you're just like, oh my gosh, this is an exciting moment right now? I mean, is there anything that gets you fired up?
Yeah, just like good music, positive energy, good people, like good special moments, and just like I am a really chill person, but I do get hyped up and excited.
That is the word I was looking for. Hyped. Hyped. That is, I feel like I'm showing that I am totally out of loop of cool terms. Hype is definitely the word I was looking for. So you do get hyped. That's excellent. That's excellent. You also mentioned that you do your YouTube channel with another person who is a familiar name on the platform. Is that how you got started on Meet Me, or how did you get started with live streaming?
Well, actually, I was a streamer before. I used to stream on another platform, and then Scott from Meet Me messaged me and recruited me over to Meet Me. He was like, "Hey, you should come join our platform," and I came and joined, and I'm so glad I did.
Yeah.
It's a
How
great
would you say?
platform.
How would you say that your experience on here has differed from other live streaming places?
I mean, they're pretty similar, but like, I don't know. I've made a lot more friends on here and just like seen more of a variety of people on here. And this is just the best platform. I don't know. It's just like it's easy to find success on here, and yeah.
That's fair. I hear from a lot of people that they're able to make relationships and friendships, whereas in other times or other experiences, it's been a little more isolated. It hasn't been so much camaraderie. I'm not sure if you agree with that.
I mean, I think you can make friends on any platform. Like, it's a streaming platform, so it's pretty much all about making friends. But I make friends everywhere I go. But definitely, I love the community on here. Like, I have the best community and like family on here.
That's awesome. That's
And
awesome.
streamer friends.
Perfect. Well, Bailey, if people have not, for the one time, make sure that they're hitting the favorite button on you. When do you normally go live? If people would like to hear more about astrology and the cool things that are happening in your life, when can they find you?
I go live every day. Usually in the afternoon, like around 12 noon Pacific Standard Time.
12 noon Pacific. So 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay. Well, is there anything else that you'd like to call out, highlight while you're here with us today?
I guess not really, but just feel free to come to my stream. Just know that it's a really welcoming community, and like anyone's welcome in my stream, and we're a supportive community. So if you ever need anywhere to go for positive energy, or someone to talk to, or someone that you need to talk to, and like a community to talk to, then you can come to my stream.
That's a great word. Community is a great word to use. Also, before you go, I heard a rumor that you're almost on show tour right now, because there's a whole section of things that I was planning to talk about, and then I found out was off limits because you're going to be on another show tonight.
Really? What? You were gonna ask about my pets? Yes.
Your pets, absolutely. Your pets. You have some really cool pets, but I don't think this is the place to learn about them, because there's another show you're going to be on tonight.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'll just give you a quick summary. I have a ferret, a
Oh,
dog.
no spoilers. No spoilers, because there's another show tonight. And this is a great plug for more miserable Put a name in the comment more because I can never pronounce your name. He's got pet profiles tonight where you can catch Bailey, and she's going to talk about her super cute pets. And spoiler, it is not a dog or a cat. I'm just going to say that. Seriously, your pet is one of the cutest animals I've ever seen, and I'm not even a fan of that type of animal. I thought, until I saw yours.
He's the greatest of all time.
He's the greatest of all time. And if you want to know what pet is the greatest of all time, you need to tune in tonight at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Right. Cheers. Make sure you hit the favorite, everybody. That's Bailey. Find out more about her and her animals later tonight on Moore's show. Thank you so much for jumping on the stream, Bailey.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Thank you for being on the show.
All right.
Till next time. Thank you. Could you imagine if she went on Moore's show and that unicorn that was behind her, she's like, this is my pet? Maybe. I don't know. I would pull something like that. I'd be like, yeah, I've got a pet. Let me pull up. And just have a unicorn. That'd be perfect. I don't know. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Suit It Up. My name is Chris. This is something that we do every Wednesday, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You may be saying, Chris, is 40 minutes past. That's because we've already had two fantastic guests. The first guest we had was Gabriel. He's a musician. He also goes by Inspiring Leader. He's a business coach, self-help, musician, all around fantastic person. We've had on Bailey, who's an astrologist, aspiring to become certified. Watch out, though, because she's going to read your emotions. And you got to have those stars aligning. She's also got some crazy cool pets that you can find out about later. And now our third guest tonight, this guy, he has so many ways that I could introduce him. I feel like he could do it best. So, ladies and gentlemen, our third guest of the evening, the man about the promo, Mr. Navi Promo. Welcome to the show. Hey, Navi.
Hey. I heard I was coming to suit it up, so I suited it up.
I love it. It's the hat for me. Ooh, I don't like that I said the for me.
Suit it up.
Can we cancel that?
I don't know what
Navi, we got a lot to talk about, my friend.
What's going on?
Navi, I said there's the man that has so many things to introduce. I don't know that we can do the introduction, but I also said you can probably introduce yourself better than anyone. So when you introduce yourself, or if you had to give the rap sheet of who you are, who is Navi Promo?
Let me take this off here. I've been waiting for a while. Hold on. I'm waiting for a while. I just suited it up. I thought we were suiting it up. So if I was gonna introduce myself?
Yes, if you're gonna introduce yourself.
Well, okay. Well, since we're introducing myself here. All right. What's going on, everybody? Meet me. I'm Navi Promo, the Light for the Party. Your favorite promoter's most hated promoter. Also the host of the #1 morning show on the Tag App, going down each and every day, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Amongst a bunch of other things that we're going to get into. Why we're going to get into those? Because I'm here with the #1 host to watch out for and learn from, my man Chris.
I should have you do all the introductions because I'm usually making them up on the spot and people roast me in the comments. What was that?
I can get paid for it. I've been getting paid for it for 20 years. 20
years of promo work. What does it mean to be a promoter professionally? To be a professional promoter, what is that?
So people think that being a promoter is like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go promote something, like an event or a business, and then you're gonna pay me. But originally, it's the person that puts up all the money. So if you're not putting up all the money, you're not it's basically you're also the producer of the event, of the production.
Wow.
So you got to put up the money, and you may find a street team, but they kind of changed street team into like sub promoters or whatever because they wanted to sound cool. But you may find a street team. You may do your own work. I mean, that's the pedigree I come from, doing your own work and getting out there. But you put it all up and you cross your fingers and you hope it comes back, and you try to use every channel you can imaginable to make sure you get people through the door.
you've got some of the best stories, and I love that you teed us up that way, because when you say you're gonna pray and hope people come through the door,
Yep.
can you tell me what was a time where it was really riding on the line and you were like, oh, this needs to happen? When was a time where it needed to happen, Nebby?
Every time the money needs to come back. The money needs to come back. But one time was when we booked Drake. This is when he was short money. He only got $1,000 a minute to be there. He was short money then. But it wasn't even my money. It was somebody else's money because they booked him through me as a booking agent. And it was like kind of crazy because he was on tour. He was running around. He was doing a concert. It was up in the air because it was only an after party. So my name was really riding on the line.
Wow.
More than because when you say Drake's gonna be there, he better show up. Luckily,
you sound like the lying guy on Facebook is like, yo, it's gonna be lit. Drake's gonna be there. It's like, what are you talking about? Drake's not coming to the party.
but if you want, you can hit my pictures. You can hit my pictures, and you can see me with Drake and a slew of other people in my photo, so that you know that there's no cap. But where I was risking all my money, Jadakiss. He's a rapper's rapper. He's like one of the originals to ever do it. He was with Bad Boy in the heyday. He's a part of the Locks. I needed to do a show real quick, and the only date I could get for him before he went overseas was, I think it was like 2.5 weeks away. So I had 2.5 weeks away, and I risked the money, and I needed all the money to come back, and I went everywhere, to every barbershop, every hair salon, every pizza shop, and I'm blasting flyers all over the place. I started that whole, the advertisements you see at the gas stations?
Sure.
I started that. So there was none of that. I started that.
Davey.
I started that. Never had they
You're
ever
telling me no one else put up a flyer in a gas station?
No. The advertisements, the video advertisements, I started.
You're talking about the videos at the pump.
Yes.
Got it. That's different.
From there, so instead of I started putting the flyers there because you put it in the spigot, you pick it up. But what I did is I got plexiglass, and I encased like real cheap iPads, right? Because you get them and they would only have a certain amount of megabytes width. So I would put just a rotating commercial on it nonstop, and I would just play it from 8 p.m. to 12 p.m. and I take it back because I didn't want nobody to steal it. But I would do it at the most trafficked gas stations forever. That was the first one ever to do that.
I feel like that was a big gamble. Was this when Jadakiss was still popping and is like he's got like What's Love on the radio and like that kind of stuff, or was this
after that? But he was still doing stuff. It was after All I Do Is Win with Khaled, the remix. Mm-hmm. He was on that. So it was around that time. So he was still going. He's like after his big hits, but still he's still relevant. And I did him in an area that they never thought he would show up in, by the way. And
he made it happen.
400 people in there, and then once he went in there, then everybody got on the phone and said he's really here, and then we had like thousands out front. It was
so
great.
You're not talking specifically promo of like doing songs; it's just making appearances.
Concert. That was a concert.
Okay, very cool, very cool. What was, and I mean, you don't need to name names, but if you want to name names, this is good. About maybe one of the most difficult people to work with, or difficult experiences that you've had, I guess, to shed some light on how difficult the industry can be.
Joel Santana, I love him. Glad that you're out. Stay home. Shout out to my girl Yandy. We worked together forever. But it wasn't really him. It was more his brother Twin. I love you, Twin. But you guys know that you're supposed to give me 2 dates, back to back, 2 different cities, 30 minutes apart, and then you fronted on me for what's the jerk's name on Hot 97? Funkmaster Flex. You fronted on me for Flex, all right? And when you fronted on me for flex to do Thursday, you try to book 2 dates. You try to book 2 dates.
It's personal. You're talking to me like I'm them. Don't take it out on me. I was not this person.
I know they're gonna see this. It's being recorded. At the end of the day, I know you guys did this, and then you made me look like I was crazy. I was facing some street guys. I needed to make sure the money came through, and it came through, luckily. And then I hand you the mic, and I asked you just to say hello to the people, and you said, don't play me. I didn't want you to do a song. I just wanted you to say hello to the people.
And they did a song? Oh, they did?
No, he didn't even take the mic because he thought I was trying to play him. But I wasn't trying to play him. I just want you to say hi.
Oh, got it. Okay, so let's cool it up. I can tell this is a personal issue. I did not realize that I was really gonna stir the pot that much. You are.
I'm gonna be honest every time.
You were not a stranger to confrontation because you were in the military for 8 years. Is that correct?
Yes.
8 years in the service. Thank you for your service. What branch did you serve in?
Army, boy.
Armyman. Was that right out of high school, or when did you pick that up?
I was before I graduated high school. Shout out to you, great Gabriel. But I was 17 years old. I was a junior in high school, but I was also the command sergeant major of my JROTC battalion, Junior Reserve Officer Training Corps. Not to train you to be in the military, just to train you to be better Americans. And I went in and did my basic training the summer after my junior year, went back for school to do my senior year, but I was getting paid the whole time while they call it split option training. And then after high school, I finished my AIT, my advanced training.
Okay. So in the service, what was your role then? What type of occupation?
I originally signed up to do, because my mom was losing her mind. She's like, oh, my baby. But I was like, I want to blow up bridges. And she's like, no, that's not feasible in the real world. You need something to do in the real world. And I said, okay, fine. I'll do finance. I said I was going to be an admin. So I went to do 71 Lima, which is admin specialist. And then I also did, while I was there, 73 Charlie, which is finance specialist. But I was originally in the 95 Bravo Military Police Battalion, but I never even served a day with them in that capacity.
Wow. Okay. So you were doing work kind of at a desk in a way?
I was training soldiers.
Oh, you're training soldiers.
So that's the first thing I ever did as an actual job, was train soldiers.
Wow.
There was an opening for it, and I took it right away. And you know how they treat you as soon as you get there. They wake your behind up to reality. And if you think you was a man, we're going to show you what a man really means. If you thought you was a woman, if you thought you was hot stuff, we're going to show you something to make you really feel like it. So that was the gift they gave. So that was the gift I kept on giving to about 396 soldiers in training.
Wow. And did you like doing that? Because I get the sense that you liked it.
Yeah, for the most part. For the most part, for about 78% of the part, yeah, loved it.
Okay. Well, of that 78%, why did you like it? Why was it a rewarding experience?
Oh, just because I like to watch people grow, man. I like to watch people be better than they ever thought they could be. You know, because there's some people that, you know, that I was captain of the football team, but you thought you was top stuff, and then you realize that you wasn't really built for this. But to motivate someone to get over any hump in their life, whether it's that or when I taught middle school students theater arts, or high school students technology and business, I love to instill courage and remind people of their strength, or hip them to that strength that they didn't even know they had, so they can get over that hump and be a winner.
Yeah. You know, I can definitely see how your experience in the Army would almost apply to your discipline and promo, where you can't take no. You gotta wake up early. You gotta stay persistent. Those are all skills that you
have to go to sleep in order to wake up, Chris.
You gotta go to sleep in order to wake up.
I used to be cute. A long time ago. I promise. Go look at my old pictures. I used to be cute, and then I stopped sleeping. And then I became a streamer like an idiot.
So let's talk about that. How did you turn into a streamer? How's this guy who, it almost makes sense. You were in the entertainment business working with, and what you still are, correct?
Yes, I still am.
So still am in the entertainment business. How do you pick up a device and turn into Tag Live?
So before COVID hit, like I said, I went from promotion to a booking agent. And as a booking agent, I need booking reps. So I need people in different states that can find the people that have the money, find new club owners, managers that want to flip money on a concert. So, my thing was, let me get 3 people in every state and I'm gonna be winning. But when you go on all these other platforms, you can't really reach out to somebody you don't know or you're gonna get flagged. But here on the Meet Group apps, you can reach out to somebody you've never met before and engage in conversation, and you're not gonna get blasted for it.
Sure.
So I came on just recruiting people to be my booking reps. And then COVID happened. But just before COVID happened, I did do playlists. And when I went to playlist, I got on the microphone because I'm also a host. I was hosting with T-Pain's Nappy Boy DJs for a while. And all the
You're the guy who took the microphone?
Let's go. Hey.
That was you?
Come on.
I got you pulled off that microphone.
Let's work. Come on.
That was you?
That was me.
You were the guy on the microphone at Playlist?
I was the one that was making everybody almost fall in the pool. Yes, that was me.
All right, everyone. Well, this has been a great conversation. I think.
Hey, listen, to each their own. Certain people are used to certain things, okay? If you're not used to it, if you've never been in that.
My man took the mic in broad party daylight because it was nighttime. He took the mic in broad party spectrum and said, let's go. You really do this, man. I could not believe that you did that.
So here's the thing. The DJs that I was rocking with, though, right? The girl first, she was like, oh, I love it. I was like, I'm going to let you rock. And she said, no, keep going. So if the DJ tells me to keep going, I'm going to keep going. And then 99 Goon Squad, right? The kids, right? Shout out to 99 Goon Squad. They are excellent. But they was up there rocking and they was doing EDM. I was like, oh, you think I can't rock EDM? I rock EDM hard. Let's go. So now we're moving and grooving. And they're chopping it up and everything. It was great. You talking about, we run this, Chris. Nappy boy, we rock this.
All right, so we're going to go back to the question I asked you, which is, so you go on here to network. I love you. I'll just give you a hard time. It's,
Tom loved it.
Did he say that?
Yes, he did. He came and says, I love it. And then I got on the tables with the VIPs and everything. Everybody was rocking. I made everybody yell because everybody's in their phones. That's a reminder you're at a gang party. Let's party.
So you go on, the COVID happens, and you start streaming on Tag.
They was like, Nav, no cap. So because a lot of people say they're entertainers, but they're not. So then they said, you really got to stream. Yo, you do this, stream. And I said, okay, I think I'll stream. And then COVID happened, and then I brought Fresher on. Fresher, he's had songs with 50 Cent, Cardi B, Fivio Foreign, A Boogie with the Hoodie, you name it. And I just came off a tour with him. So
Are those rappers?
We killed it, huh?
Who are those people? Are they rappers?
Yeah, they're rappers. A Boogie with the Hoodie. He's a very well.
Just messing with you. Could you imagine if you said, "Yeah, I'm rocking with 50 Cent"? I just didn't know who that was.
Cardi B, we're hoping that it pans out well for her, but you know.
I was just joking. All right. So, no, I mean, we're having too much fun. I'm looking at the time now. Okay, so plug your show.
It's about fun.
We are having fun. I love talking to you because you are this way. You have this big energy that keeps people interested and keeps people entertained, which is a good plug for your own stream and your own show. So talk to us about your own show and what you've been doing with it.
Well, aside from all the parties and all the other stuff, I was raised by a great woman. I was raised by Lorraine Barton. I started Barton's Blankets because of her, because we give out blankets all winter long and everything, because we really want to see people do well. That's also why, I've done so many other things in my life. So I wanted to bring that side of it when I started taking streaming seriously, right after I caught COVID and recovered from it. And from the time that I started that show to now, I've gotten so many messages saying thank you because we talk about entertainment news, we talk about worldly news, but we always have a positive message. And I don't know how I do it because I don't do it in any order. But sometimes, well, not sometimes, but every single day, all those stories like of DMX, of Prince Charles, of a lady in Alabama that lost a child. For some reason, all of those stories match with a message, and I always leave a positive message for inner growth and trying to help people be a better person today than they were yesterday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you do a great job with your show. You compile interesting, relevant topics, things that are happening in the news. You give it to the people. You get opinions. Or it does remind me a little bit of the Breakfast Club. That's how you pitched it to me. But it's
Brother right there. But yeah.
It's not just music, though. It's not just music. It's really just what's relevant in the world today. So again, you do that show on Tag, so people can favorite you here, and I recommend that they do. But what are your other social medias so that way they can keep up and come and watch your show and see your streams?
Thank you for that blast off right there. Can't see who did it, but okay. My name, Navi Promo, Nav I Promo. I'm the same name on every social media there is. I keep the same exact name. I do not change it, and I implore all of you to do the same.
Yeah, keep your brand consistent. Great tip. So that name that you see right there, look for it on Instagram. You can find them there. There's 1,000,001 things that I could talk with you about. I appreciate the time that you've spent here with us.
I'll come back in 3 months.
In 3 months? Okay, we'll do it. And I'll forget about the playlist thing, and then we can rediscover that all over together.
I'll give you a big hug next time we ever get to a playlist, or maybe we'll do a real meet group.
We will. You've got, I will say, your mic skills are good. So when things need to get hype, I think I know who to turn to. Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, you can favorite him here, but more importantly, make sure you find his other socials so you can find him on Tagged and everywhere else to see the events and interesting things that he has going on. You know what? We can run over for a sec. Tell us about the event that you asked me to share. Tell everyone about the event that you're a part of with the comic.
With the comic? With the
comic.
Which one?
You have the comic from it's skits. It's skits and scripts.
Oh, skits and scripts. Oh, so Mr. Commodore. Mr. Commodore, he's great. He's amazing. He's one of the kings of skits on Instagram. He has millions of retweets and videos and views. And now he's also on the Tagged app. And people are starting to love him. We did a run through today. People seem to like it. And if you know of a script or a skit that you think would be funny, he welcomes you to come and say, hey, kick your script. And I'll come in there and I'll drop you a high level gift if we find it or deem it better than all the rest. So, but he's really good. Mr. Commodore is his name. And skits and funny is his game. But he's also on NBC for the show that 50 Cent produced, For Life. He was also in that show as well.
I'd have to brush up on that to know more, but it's impressive.
Has new Netflix shows coming too.
He's got a Netflix show as well?
He has 2 movies he's working on right now as we speak.
Wow, that's great. Well, if you want to hear from Nav and the other people that he's working in the industry with, make sure that you give him the favor. Again, please check out his other socials. Thank you so much for being on the show. Always so fun to talk with you.
Anytime you call me, I'm going to be right there, Chris. Thank you.
Peace out. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Cheers. That's it, everybody. Thank you so much for the show. Next week on the show, we've got May. We got May, as well as a whole other slew of guests. So make sure that you I was gonna say touch the. Anyway, make sure that you tap the favorite button. Is touch the favorite button, tap the favorite, hit the favorite button. You can check out my other socials and the other platforms that I'm on, as well as Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. TikTok is now integrated with Meet Group, so you can see my old TikToks from a year ago before I put on COVID weight. It's really, that's why I've avoided TikTok. I just don't like seeing the me before this happened. So everyone, thank you very much for coming to the show today. And if you would like to see more content like this, you can check out The Rundown Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here for Meet Me Scout and Plenty Fish, as well as the Tagged Rundown at 4 p.m. over on Tagged. Again, socials, if you click the name, they're right there. If you have any interest in being in this show, hit me up on Instagram. I'd love to talk with you. One more time, thank you to our guests tonight, to Gabriel, to Bailey, and to Nav, as well as the gifters that we had this evening. For the one time, it was Alien Eve, Medj, and Alistair. Alistair? Alistar? That one, maybe. That's the top three. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming to the show today. My name is Chris, and I'll see you next time. All right. Cheers, everyone. Bye.